Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. As a former NFL scout, I've had the privilege of analyzing countless trade scenarios and player movements. But this one has the potential to reshape the landscape of the league as we know it. We've all seen big trades go down in the NFL, blockbuster deals that get entire cities buzzing. But what's brewing right now is beyond what most of us could have anticipated. The whispers around the league are getting louder, and the connections I've maintained throughout the industry for decades are all pointing towards something monumental involving the Dallas Cowboys. You know, when you spend 2 decades examining tape, dissecting player mechanics, and scouting future stars, you develop a knack for sensing when a storm is about to hit. Well, my friends, that storm seems to be heading for Dallas, and it could come in the form of a massive player acquisition. Now, before we dive into the thick of it, let's take a step back and look at the broader picture. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, have long been a staple in the NFL, both on and off the field. But as we've seen over the recent seasons, there are cracks in the armor that need addressing if they are to reclaim the top spot in the league. Analyzing the Dallas Cowboys' performance over the past few seasons, it's evident that there are a few glaring weaknesses that the team needs to address to become true contenders. One of the primary issues has been inconsistency in the tight end position. While the team boasts a plethora of talent across various roles, from the dazzling brilliance of their wide receivers to the powerful presence in their backfield, the tight end position has remained a revolving door of mediocrity. Throughout the 2026 season, the Cowboys have struggled to find a reliable target at tight end, with multiple players rotating through the position, each failing to make a significant impact. From a film study perspective, the need for a dominant tight end is more apparent than ever. When reviewing game footage, it's clear that the current roster lacks a player who can consistently create separation and make those crucial third-down conversions. Many times, defenders have been able to close in on Cowboys' tight ends due to their inability to break free from coverage, a critical shortcoming that has left quarterback Dak Prescott with one less dependable option in the field. And then there's the analytics. According to recent data, the Cowboys rank in the bottom third of the league in terms of tight end production. They've only managed a measly average of 2 receptions and 5 yards per game from this position over the current season. These numbers simply aren't cutting it for a team with championship aspirations. The perfect solution is out there, one that can provide Dak with a reliable mid-range target and open up the passing game in a way the Cowboys have been desperately yearning for. And it's none other than the imposing figure of Mo Alie-Cox. Yes, you heard it right. In a league where size and ability can shift the momentum of a game, Mo Alie-Cox stands out with his towering 6'5" frame and his incredible athleticism. Drafted from Virginia Commonwealth University, where he initially made a name for himself on the basketball court, Alie-Cox transitioned into the NFL, bringing with him a unique combination of agility and strength that has made him a formidable force in the league. Over the years, I've seen players transition from basketball to football, but few have done so with as much impact as Alie-Cox. His ability to use his body to shield defenders and his knack for making high-point catches are reminiscent of the skill set that made Antonio Gates and Jimmy Graham household names. Let's delve into the film and see why Mo Alie-Cox is precisely what the Cowboys need. On tape, what stands out immediately is his exceptional ability to block as well as receive, a rare dual-threat skill set in tight ends today. He's not just a receiving option, but also a pivotal part of the offensive line during run plays, effectively sealing edges and creating lanes for running backs. His footwork, polished from years on the basketball court, allows him to navigate tight spaces and maintain balance, a crucial trait for breaking tackles after the catch. During the 2025 season with the Colts, Alie-Cox recorded a robust 72 receptions for 912 yards and 8 touchdowns. His 67 yards per catch ranked in the top 10 among tight ends, showcasing his ability to extend plays and gain crucial yardage. When you study his movements, the efficiency is clear. He has a knack for finding soft spots in zone defenses, and his large catch radius makes him an ideal target for situations demanding precision. It's not just his physical attributes that make scouts rave, but also his mental acumen. Alie-Cox has repeatedly demonstrated an understanding of complex offensive schemes, reading defenses adeptly, and adjusting his routes accordingly. His chemistry with quarterbacks has been noted as exemplary, often found communicating adjustments pre-snap and aligning with the play's objectives. This kind of insight is precisely what distinguishes average players from the elite, and Alie-Cox certainly falls into the latter category. Now, moving on to the mechanics of how a trade could unfold, given the intricacies of the NFL's financial landscape. With Mo Alley-Cox currently signed to a modest one-year, $2,687, $500 contract with the Indianapolis Colts, which includes a $187, $500 signing bonus and $187, $500 guaranteed, the salary implications for any acquiring team are relatively modest. For the Cowboys, maneuvering to accommodate him under their cap space, estimated to be just $13. $1 million post-draft would require certain gymnastics, but is by no means impossible. The most plausible trade scenario could involve compensating the Colts with a mid-round draft pick, possibly a fourth-rounder. This would be a strategic move for Dallas, offering the Colts some future prospects while acquiring a talent that addresses their immediate needs. Additionally, a prospective extension could be negotiated to spread Alley-Cox's cap hit over a longer period, aligning with the Cowboys' cap strategy to maintain flexibility for future free agent signings and other roster needs. Certainly, winners and losers exist within any trade scenario. For the Cowboys, acquiring Alley-Cox could mean they secure a pivotal piece to elevate their offense, providing a reliable scoring threat and a veteran presence in the locker room. The move could potentially open up opportunities for the rest of the offense, as defenses would need to account for his presence, thereby alleviating coverage on other playmakers like C.D. Lamb and Michael Gallup. Conversely, the Colts, while losing a seasoned veteran, gain draft capital that could be leveraged to build for the future, possibly finding a successor in the tight end position or addressing other areas of need on their roster. Let's now assess the fit of Alley-Cox in the Dallas Cowboys scheme and the potential outcomes of this trade. Under the guidance of head coach Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys employ a West Coast offense that thrives on short, quick passes and relies heavily on timing and precision. Alley-Cox would fit seamlessly into this system, offering a dependable target for those critical intermediate routes that define the scheme. Comparing him to similar players in the league, his role could resemble that of George Kittle with the San Francisco 49ers, who is known for his dual threat capabilities as both a blocker and receiver. In terms of projected impact, Mo Alley-Cox could be a catalyst for the Cowboys' offense, potentially raising their average yards per game significantly. Best-case scenario, he revitalizes the tight end position, providing Dak Prescott with a crucial safety valve and enhancing the overall efficacy of the passing game. In the worst case, should injuries or unforeseen challenges arise, his presence would still offer depth and mentoring for younger tight ends aspiring to elevate their game. So, what's the final verdict on this potential trade? As an analyst with years of scouting experience and an understanding of team dynamics, I believe Mo Alley-Cox represents a strategic acquisition that the Dallas Cowboys should pursue with vigor. This move aligns with the team's immediate requirements and long-term objectives, offering a win-win scenario for both the player and the franchise. What we need to watch for over the coming weeks are movements within the Cowboys' front office, as well as any signals from the Colts that they are open to negotiations. This timeline is crucial as we approach the mid-season mark, a typical period for trades and roster adjustments. In conclusion, fans and analysts alike should brace for what could be one of the most significant trades of the 2026 season. The acquisition of Mo Alley-Cox by the Dallas Cowboys has the potential to not only elevate the team's performance, but also reignite their ambitions of securing another Super Bowl title. Keep an eye on those trade wires, folks, because if this deal goes through, it's bound to be a game changer.